Welcome to Sometimes Something, everybody. This is an episode I don't fucking know. I've really stopped paying attention to episodes. We should find what number it is. I think that would be kind of fun. Anyways, okay, so today we're going to talk about a
It's
bunch of
episode
different stuff.
two.
I'm assuming everyone's brought topics because everyone's being a good little boy and doesn't want demerits. I'm about to go into topics. Okay, Kay, what two topics have you brought today?
Go fuck yourself.
Room.
We're doing this. We said this yesterday that this was going to be the beginning of the podcast. Kay, what two topics?
You
did you
literally
bring?
just hot potatoed it straight to Kado.
Yeah. Kate, what two topics did you bring? You want me to start? I'll start. Okay.
Wait,
Today,
clearly Colton wants to go first. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, Colton wants to go first.
I'm gonna give Colton like 30 seconds here. Okay. Okay. Today I'm gonna talk about Ed Sheeran, and his music copyright stuff that's going on because I think it's really indicative of what the music industry is happening right now. But I also think it matters towards AI and images. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the worker strike, for the writer's strike. I think that was going to be. I think that's the writer's strike is going to affect us. I don't know how much, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Kate, what topics did you?
Yeah, I was under the impression we were just doing like a one word thing at the beginning, but
We can do one word. I don't know. See, I've thrown it to you
like
twice and you haven't said anything. So.
No, I got stuff.
I
was
frantically opens tabs.
no. I want to talk about one fun thing, and then the other one just slipped my mind, but it was right there.
Okay, so okay. Maybe we won't do demerits today because I think all of you owe me dinner already.
I have
somehow.
topics.
Excuse
Sorry.
me. I actually.
Corey,
have
what did you want to
things.
bring? What are your
Come back
topics?
around.
My topic. I wanted to talk about like what our thoughts are about getting stuck in ecosystems like Google only or Apple only or Amazon only. But like kind of interesting. And also, what makes a good first pass? What is
that's a
blockout in
yes.
shot? Because I think I don't know. It kind of came a few times. Yeah, and then
I think that's
I have a
cool.
Okay, I have a few other things
Back to me.
Yeah, we'll go. If anyone has like learning little tips, we'll go into that at the end because that was more like me just throwing out an idea. Colton.
Yes. I've been watching a shit ton of anime. I'm going to talk about some new ones that are hitting off the scene right now, and some that were really good. One of them being Blue Lock. It's a anime about soccer, but it's not about soccer.
Imagine I heard about this.
It crossed with not Squid Game. Yeah, Squid Game. Fuck it. And it was really, it was a good first episode and kind of brought me in. And Chainsaw Man for those. I'm kind of late because I'm not a true weeb like most people, but Chainsaw Man I've been starting, and then I finished Spy X Family. I'll chat about that. And I also want to talk about the recent news of this girl running over or killing two people.
Oh, I saw
the car accident.
Okay,
that homicide.
Sorry, what happened?
Hold up. Colton's doing the front page of Reddit shit. Is this a demerit?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It is on the front
about.
page of my Reddit right now. Okay, fine.
It's current events. Fuck off.
No. You're not allowed to just open up Reddit and pick something. Okay, we said. Okay, we'll let it.
That wasn't said before.
Yeah,
that wasn't said.
That's true.
No, we 100% really said that. Okay, so next week we're gonna do shorter intros on our topics, and if you bring something from the first 5 pages of Reddit, you're fired. I swear to God. Well, who wants to?
I'm gonna do mine real quick. I'm just gonna do the 2 words things.
Haven't done yours. I'm sorry, Colton. I didn't mean to beat up on you. I was trying to give Colton as much time as possible. I forgot Cade didn't bring it.
I did. As soon as you asked me, they just left my mind.
I was sitting here like opening tabs up, being like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I wrote them down in our show notes, and then I was like, oh no, that's not show notes. I deleted them to start taking down what we were actually talking about, and then I looked up at my page, and I was like, we're talking about renovations and concerts. I have more topics
renovations and concerts
specifically around them, but we'll get to them.
I think that's what we should do. Is just be like you, Kari. I think you said this, and you're right. Like 2 to 5 words for each topic. I think that's I think Kari's totally right on that because I think it's more fun because we're like, or was it Kate? I thought it was you. Just take credit for his ideas. That's fine.
I believed it when he said it. I was like, oh, was it Kari? I guess it was.
I thought it was Kari. I think Kari jumped on me as well for it then. Okay, my bad. Okay, well, who wants to? Does anyone really want to take it? Just get us started. We have a lot to talk about. Holy shit! Okay.
I am curious to hear. I didn't hear about the Ed Sheeran thing, so you can.
Okay, we can start talking about that. So it's not really a huge deal. I mean, we've all heard. Okay, so Ed Sheeran is getting sued by the people that own the copyrights to Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On," right? Because one of his songs, "Thinking Out Loud," they're like it samples the same chord progression. Okay. And essentially, this is something that's happening in music a fair bit. Kari probably knows more about this than I do, but I was reading, in this article and some others surrounding it, that this has been a problem for a lot of pop musicians, getting sued, being like, you're using the same chord progression as another artist, but a lot of pop music, I mean, you've seen breakdowns on, like, I've seen breakdowns on YouTube and stuff of people going between like 6 or 7 pop songs with the same like 3 chords, and that's like a common theme. So it's
there's a limited number of options.
Yeah, there's a limited number of options, and like, could you just like do kind of like all the most common options and be like, oh, these are all mine, I copyrighted them. Like,
I can get lyrics, but
lyrics. For sure, but if it's just like a chord progression on like a guitar or the piano or something, it's like, well, that's like a small part. Yeah, so that's a little bit.
It sounds like when I'm reading about it, it looks like they're including the harmonies, the drums, and the bass line and the backing chorus.
Does that mean you just can't even pay? I feel like that's a normal thing in music.
It's still weird. Yeah, it still seems like it'll be interesting. We'll see how this turns out.
But I feel like there's this
supposedly
weird...
more than just the chords.
There's this weird thing in copyright now, and we're seeing it with AI as well. This is what I wanted to transition it to: is what is okay to steal or take, whatever. Like, I'm using steal like how we use steal, as in like steal everything, right? Like when it comes to art, like stealing idea, like that's totally normal. Like, I don't know anybody who's ever worked professionally that you couldn't say, I just steal all my stuff too, and they'd be like, oh yeah, I do the exact same thing. Like stealing inspiration, stealing ideas, stealing, we're talking about like super minute little bits that build into something bigger. And I think that's like all of my art ever. Anytime I balance a shot, anytime I work on something, I'm stealing these ideas from like other people's work. Like, I'm either looking at other people's work, or I've learned this through doing like working on other shots years ago. So the stealing thing is
has
like
a strong connotation when you use that word for other artists.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I think it's like there's
like,
this
I think for just to put it out there for traditional artists listening to this, that we kind of mean, getting inspiration is probably what you guys would refer to it as, but we're just stealing is easier to say.
Yes, and I think people say stealing kind of like tongue in cheek to a certain degree.
Yeah.
A lot.
Not to mention just stealing like it for references to look at.
Yeah.
Like
I've definitely shaped sunsets in shows that are. I've definitely shaped them 1-to-1, like light fall off and like black levels and stuff and light wraps, all based on an image from a photographer.
Right.
Like, is that stealing? Like, if you put them up next to each other, the only person that would know that I did that is me. And like there's no, even though in my head it's like 1-to-1 completely, you're just like ripping it off. But so, and then I wanted to talk about this in the context of AI, where I'm kind of like, it's going to be really interesting to see how that shakes out.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge deal. So
yeah.
It's like the main limiter.
It's a whole
on
different.
AI right now. It's the only limiter.
Yeah.
Isn't that also what's going or occurring currently with the writer's strike that you were mentioning? Or like that was a factor in that AI shouldn't be used.
It is.
For writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But also I think the bigger thing is like residuals and streaming residuals. That's like a bigger deal. But like definitely the AI writing's like a problem. But at the same time, it's like,
I feel
spoiler alert, if you were to ban AI writing, there's other countries that will all of a sudden start writing all our movies. Yeah.
And
go
for it, Cry.
If there's a time for a production to test out an AI writer, it's during a strike.
There's 100%. Yeah. Like, we're gonna see some crazy shows. It would be fun for it to just run a whole script out and then be like, we are doing this 1-to-1 and just see what happens. Even, like, just see how far.
There's that stuff, but even just like, let's hire these junior writers and just give them full. You're allowed to use Chat GPT all you want, whatever. Just you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm sure they're already doing that. But they've already been doing tests.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it's some people's doing it, but like I'm just thinking about, if that happens, if a strike happens and they try, okay, well, let's do juniors and AI, and it succeeds and it works out,
I don't know what
that's like a...
I don't know what juniors they're getting, because any junior doing that is fucking themselves over. Because if you take work right now, you get banned from writing like joining the guilds ever in the future. So if you take any work
that's
right
what
now,
I mean.
you instantly
Think about it though. Like the people who are the people who are going to be the most keen on using AI to write.
Yeah, that's true.
Tech AI bros,
but,
right?
But they're going to be like completely ostracized if the unions actually end up winning.
But think about it. Well, yeah, you're totally right. But I'm thinking the people that would be attracted to doing that are people who already don't care about being in those. They're probably high AI.
But also, like, a lot of the people that will be hiring, if you're like a showrunner, like a lot of those people, like at least they say online that they're on the side of the writers, and they're like, we don't have an issue with this. We're supporting the writers. So if then you go do a 180 and you fuck over the Writers Guild, and all the writers are like, please don't hire this guy. You know what I mean? Like if you hire that writer that you're talking about, all of the Writers Guild will probably be like, you can't hire any of our writers for anything ever. You know what I mean? And that completely fucks your show. So if it works, sure. But I don't think AI's there yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's I think it's there from an assist standpoint for sure, but I don't think it's there from a It's great that's a good point.
Yeah, grammar or like
it's great for grammar, it's great for even honestly after us messing around with it to do those shots or coming up with ideas, I feel like you use it as a baseline and you kind of tweak it around.
It can help, but it's not gonna.
Yeah,
it's not gonna.
I think people also in general with the AI talk, they tend to either think it's 0 or 100%, where they say the AI is going to replace my job versus it just makes the job easier and less people are hired as a result.
Yeah, I don't even know if less people are going to be hired because like right now we have such an explosion of content. I mean, maybe it'll slow down a bit.
You know what I mean? I guess less people will be needed for that particular task.
Per movie.
Yeah, per task. Yeah, yeah. But
I feel like writing's a bit weird because there's some shows that are amazing that is like one writer, and there's shows that are amazing that are there's shows that are really good that are a single writer. There's shows that are really bad that are a single writer. There's also shows that are really good with like big writing crews, and then there's shows that are dog shit with big writing crews. So like I don't know if the number of writers you have in a room is necessarily like a rate of quality. Like I guess it'll speed up the process, maybe, but I don't like. I think like a good writer isn't about.
It's different organizations though, right? Like that same thing applies to game dev, where like the single game dev can create the big hit.
Yeah, that's true. But like I don't think the guy who's doing game dev and game decisions and the reward metrics and like breaking down how your progression system works, that guy's not getting replaced by AI. Because that's something so subjective that you just got to play with over and over and over again. It's also like you can click your fingers and instantly come up with a progression system, but the only way you're going to know is based on experience and like having played it a lot. That's like such a inherently human thing, I think. So, anyways, but we're all going to get fucked over by this writer's strike.
Did you
get your money, writers? I'm not complaining. Strike.
Real quick before
please strike.
Get your
paid.
Money. Yeah, we support
get paid.
You
fucking 100%. But fuck.
Wait, real quick. Did you see that thing where they had Chat GPT like role play in like a little RPG game?
No.
With other AIs.
Yeah. I saw
like that. That's the stuff where it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like they basically they gave it each one a personality, and they said you're in this world with other little people, and they made plans together. They organized a party. It was like completely organic.
Jeez.
Just like
I played fucking D&D with it.
You said that the other day.
Yeah, and it was kind of surreal, to be honest. Like I would ask it to roll D20s for it because I just want to see how much it could play. It helped me build my sheet and everything.
That's cool.
Or like my character sheet.
Took
me on a little bit of a quest, and I could pause at any time. It's like holy shit. There's some moments where you're like, okay, this is obviously ripping off like other fantasy tropes, like very generic moments.
Yeah, but D&D is always going to be kind of like that sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
so if you couldn't tell, Kolton is the loser of the group.
Wow.
So unwarranted.
I'm sorry.
So if you can tell, Kolton's a fucking loser.
I enjoy D&D and nerdy things. I don't care. I'll admit it.
Kolton.
Don't worry, Kolton. He's a Sonic fan. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, who wants to
That's
go
cool,
next?
Colton. That's cool.
We're all gonna get fucked over by the writer's strike, and Ed Sheeran
And
can
Sheeran's
sing
done
me
with
to
music.
sleep.
All
In
right.
summary, yeah, he said he might quit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
that'll
just-
be
I was
interesting. I
just
feel like that
reading
comes
it,
up
yeah.
every few years. Is like some artist is suing some artist because of a corporation. It's like fucking.
Yeah, I think there was a quote of him saying if it goes through, he's done.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
boy, it's There's also supposed to be a lot of people moving to Canada a few years ago when Trump got elected, but I don't think that happened.
Right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Somebody speak.
I'll go.
Okay,
Go for it, Kate.
bring it on.
So concerts. I don't know if you guys saw today. Aerosmith just released a video of like their farewell concert.
Oh wow.
It's fun. You should definitely watch it. It's like a big news thing of like people all around the world being like shocked, and it's like breaking news. It's got Bill Burr in it. He's got his plumber just sees it on his phone, and he goes outside to tell Bill Burr, and he tells him to shut the fuck up and go back, keep plumbing. And then he ends up calling Aerosmith, and he tells them that it's happening or whatever. But that's not the topic. The topic was
What
what to do with it. I was gonna say
that was such a ramble.
yeah, it's what got me to topic. If like you could go back in history or even now to see like even if they're still alive, but like any band that like has ever existed, if you could like go see one of their concerts.
I would go to Woodstock.
Oh yeah.
Just because it was like just such this. I mean, even to today, there's nothing that really rivals that. Like, how many fucking people were there? It was like hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Woodstock. I'd like to see Daft Punk. That's a big one.
No, yeah.
Because they're not. Oh yeah, there's 500,000 people at
Never
Woodstock.
happened. Jesus.
Daft Punk would be dope.
Yeah.
I went to a Daft Punk like
Yeah.
what are they called? Like a not reunion bands, but just like a band that plays their
A
songs.
tribute
It was
band.
all symphony
tribute
orchestra
band.
like.
Oh.
Sorry,
Oh, cool.
tribute band. Yeah, it was super fun, and it's like definitely just speaks. Just
I mean,
wonders of like
I
how
wasn't-
how many people love them.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
wasn't old enough to go see like Dead Mouse when he still might perform
No.
a bit, but I think like
Still
like
performing,
back in
yeah.
his day, I would like to go see Dead Mouse. Oh, like Eminem back in the day.
Yeah.
I think there's so many artists that. I mean, even like
Yeah.
easy, simple, lame answers like Beatles.
Yeah. I've always
That
said
would be
Queen.
cool,
I would
I
love to
think.
go back and see Queen or like go to like
Oh,
Live Aid or
Queen,
whatever.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh my god.
That would be
Yeah, that's
pretty cool.
yeah. Live Aid, that's another huge one. Yeah, that would be really cool.
What about you, Corey? Anything?
Yeah, concerts. I'm not really a huge concert
I
guy.
don't really know. I'm not a big concert guy, but I guess I would.
Yeah, I don't go
would,
too often, but like for something like big like
I used to have a
Yeah.
friend.
I mean, I guess for I think I would probably say Queen too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just
such
a
an easy.
typical-
That's
just
such
see
a good
just see
one,
something
right?
that's
Yeah.
like
historic.
would be historical. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, wouldn't know at the time. Well,
Yeah, but
A
I'm
lot,
going
maybe
back in
not.
time, so I do know now.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
I used to have a friend that would message me. I went to a few concerts with her. When it was just like, hey, there's this like, I used to be into like some weird small like electronic artists.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of them could make music anymore, which is sad. But like a couple times, like 3 or 4 times, she would be like, "Hey, this artist is coming to town." Like I hadn't talked to her. I talked to her like once a year, right?
Right.
And she was like, "I remember in high school, like me, you, and a couple other people would like it. Do you want to go see them?" And it was like at a club, so that was always really cool. But yeah, that's kind of the only times that I've gone to kind of like really fun concerts. Like I saw when Roger Walters redid The Wall and stuff like that.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I went to that like with my dad. But I haven't. Like I've never gone to like Sia or something. You know what I mean? Like I haven't gone to see Lady Gaga.
Lady
Or,
Gaga,
like I
oh,
haven't
wow.
Lady Gaga. I haven't done anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't really. I'm trying to think. I've definitely been to a few. Oh, I saw In Sync once at the Olympics in 2010. Yeah, because they opened for like the closing ceremony or like the medal ceremonies at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah.
I ended up. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a weird story. I was okay. So in the Olympics in 2010 was in Vancouver. Obviously, that's where I'm from. And I was wandering around downtown, and there was like a video game, and if you could beat the like speed set by like the guy that worked there, it was like a skiing downhill game.
Yeah.
They would just give you tickets
Oh.
Where
to
was
like
this? What?
this closing ceremony. Yeah, dude, it was dope. And I like sat down and I knew I think I'd either played the game or seen the game played, and I knew what the rewind button was, which was like not like the like go back 20 seconds because you fucked up a turn. So I just played it and he wasn't really paying attention, and then I was like, hey, I got it. He's like, and then he was able to see how many times I tried, and it only said one because I hadn't restarted the whole race. And he was like, oh shit. So he just gave me and my dad tickets.
Nice.
I think it was my whole family. He might have been like, he gave us tickets and we came back later and we were talking to him and he was like, do you want just 2 more tickets? Because no one cares. That was crazy. Because so we're going to see NSYNC, and how old was I in 2010?
Like
I'm
14,
13, I guess. 14?
Something like that.
I can't remember. It would have been
14,
at the beginning of the year. So like 13. I think 13.
Oh, 13, yeah.
Because at the beginning of the year, because I'm December, right?
Right.
So we're going to watch, and there's like some country guy. I was like, this isn't fun. And then NSYNC comes on, and I knew the songs, and then I looked to my left, and so at the time I was like one of those like learning. What is it? What is those kids in school that are like what is it? What gifted? You know what I mean? When they say gifted, then put you in a special class. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like gifted. So I spent a lot of my time with psychologists, and I had one. Again, I'm 13, so this is a bit weird, but I had one psychologist who was like 28 who had a crush on, and she was very attractive. And I looked to my left, and she's wearing almost no clothes, dancing, because she also got tickets somehow. So, like, it's this, like,
funny.
It's so funny, because my mom had dealt with this woman in, like, a very professional environment, and also we look to her left, and she's wearing nearly nothing with her friends. We're all, like, women in their 20s, and I'm, like, 13, and I'm just like, this is awesome. It was super awkward at school later, though. Super, super awkward.
That's funny.
Because it was very funny. She was like, you were not allowed to say anything. But, so yeah, that's my NSYNC story. I don't think I've been to any other concerts. Oh, who fucking does? Okay, wait. Somebody take it away. I've forgotten. I went to a bunch of concerts during the closing ceremony of the Olympics. There's a couple other ones that my friend dragged me to.
That's fine.
I can't remember any of their songs, but you would recognize them though. But yeah,
cool.
Yeah. You go see a lot of comedy shows, Cade. Like you go fairly regularly out and see shows and stuff.
Yeah,
I should do that more.
It's I would rather see like a comedy show over a concert, especially since concerts are just so loud. You just cool.
I
it's cool
think
to see them,
the
but
concert would have to be like, I'd want to be like mosh pit at somewhere that's like a medium sized concert. Then that would be fucking fun.
Yeah,
just get a little rowdy.
I want to go to Tomorrowland.
Oh, is that?
Don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure that was a fake place in a movie.
It is a movie.
No, it's a major event in Europe where they have just like a lot of trance, electronic music, and all that jazz.
Oh, cool.
Just imagine Coachella but better and has been around
Not
longer.
shit.
And
wasn't that the thing? Like
not shit.
Like music shows, you want to go in the first like couple of years because after a couple of years, they just turn into fucking just total zoos. That's what I've heard.
That too, yeah. I mean, that Tomorrowland is kind of a zoo, and it's like you have to pay shit ton of money out of the nose to do it, but it's like it is worth it because they do put on a fucking crazy show. I was watching something on LinkedIn where they were using like a bunch of Unreal. Or like trying to adapt.
Oh, is that what it was?
Shows.
The fucking massive screens behind. Oh, I would totally go to that. That would be wild.
I didn't watch all the way through it, but I wasn't sure if that was like they're trying to showcase that on the screens at the show, or if there's like a VR element.
I've seen shit where they have massive monitors coming up over the crowd, and they do like as if the like big characters and shit doing like stuff that's synced with the music and like really. I imagine if you're high off, if you're off on something. That would be, and the monitors like arc over the crowd.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
So it's above you, kind of. That would be fucking crazy.
Is it all like electronic music? I'm guessing.
I think all the stuff that I saw. But I mean, if you're high as shit, I don't think you're just there to,
it's
dance
like
and
Ravers, right? Paradise
kind of vibe. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But,
are you gonna wear a little like rave bikini, Kolton? I'll go if you wear a rave.
Actually, one of our mutual friends, she sent me like hoodies that like light up neon stuff. And I was like, these are actually really cool, but they're like hundreds of dollars. I'm like,
I feel like that's very you. Anyways,
I could totally imagine you those.
Yeah,
Kolton
yeah, I
Role
can totally see Colton at a rave.
Oh, the
where it's
bikinis? Yeah, totally.
swearing almost
Yeah.
nothing, losing his mind to just some loud noise.
just lost. He's got a water bottle that he's holding on for dear life. he's in the
Like a
middle of
lost
some
fucking
mud.
puppy.
Yeah, yeah, he's totally zonked
Probably do
out.
have a collar on,
Yeah,
too.
100%. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that some
That's why I'm
lady
watching
gave you.
Chainsaw
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Sorry, guys.
Anyways, that was concerts.
Uh,
Jesus, right. What was the other one, Kate?
The other one's wasn't as much of a topic, but just more like a fun thing. If you could do like a renovation in your room or like your house, like what room would you like if you like unlimited money, just one room, like you can have like an all-out kitchen, you can have like all-out
Kitchen.
bathroom, an all-out theater room,
Ooh.
an all-out office,
Kitchen.
all-out patio,
Kitchen.
kitchen.
I mean, I
so
don't
all
own
in
my
one
house,
room,
all
right?
out
I like
one
that
room.
restriction.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
get rid of one of the offices and turn it and make it part of the kitchen. So I had a massive fucking kitchen.
Gotcha.
I think that would be fucking cool.
That and a theater room. I think that would be.
No, one or the other, dumbass.
Oh, one of
I
the.
would
theater
make-
room.
One room.
You know what I do? Every single wall is an LED panel.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
God.
And I don't know, I'll come up with something to put on it, but yeah. That's,
I would totally do like a big kitchen with like a a really massive middle island, but one side is kind of like a trendy bar. I think that'd be cool. Have people over to hang out and just cook.
Yeah.
I think that'd be super fucking dope.
I think
Just
I would do a
huge
theater room.
kitchen.
I feel like that's cool, but then just why not remodel the whole kitchen itself?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'd
Why
also
does it be the
remodel the whole
room?
kitchen. No, the reason I'm knocking
make it
out the
bigger.
office would be to get a big kitchen. Yeah. My kitchen's not that big.
It's
only
in
like
your current
400
place, but you just
square feet.
redo one of the rooms.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
What would you be putting on these walls, Kari?
Yeah, and are you thinking, Kari,
I
like,
don't know, like
one of your
well,
rooms?
It's his
Like your
VR porn
bedroom?
room.
No, like you could, I don't know, I feel like you could do so much, like, just everywhere. Let's have different environments all the time. I don't know, it'd be cool. I can't think of a...
Oh yeah,
Think
yeah.
of-
I can
It'd be,
imagine just like
it'd
a,
be
like-
cool.
I feel like
Ad
I've seen it
Astra.
somewhere in a movie.
yeah. They had that where it's like he's on Mars and then they project it on the wall with like
Oh, yeah.
an Earth environment, just like
Oh,
even the
yeah,
rainforest.
That would be cool
It's just like a deprivation.
Yeah.
if you
tank
could get
thing
like
vibe.
augmented windows that do like actually like
Yeah.
provide like light and like sunlight and stuff that you could just change to like any environment.
Yeah.
Some sort of window with like some one way where you can just put like big lights behind it so it actually
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shines in.
have it track your eyes so it does perspective.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Or
Ooh. Yeah,
parallax.
eye tracker on the LED wall. Ooh, how would that feel? I wonder if that... Ooh.
cool. Someone's gotta have tried it.
It might work.
Eye tracking.
I'm sure somebody's done.
We should try that. If we get a chance, we get access to an LED panel.
Yeah.
I mean, we have monitors.
Yeah.
You could probably do it with a monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean
Why
like an
not?
actual... What would it be like to do eye tracking in an LED wall?
Oh, you mean like
Yeah.
off
Oh,
the
you-
Oh Jesus,
Like on set?
that
or
would be
something,
trippy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that already with the cameras, right?
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
would be-
Just
They already
close
do
your
that.
eyes, though.
Yeah.
I wonder how jarring
There's
that
like
would.
multiple people looking at it. So
Yeah.
it'd be like
No, just
Yeah,
have
no,
one guy
that
in it.
doesn't
I mean,
work.
this just to see what it'd be like if it was just one guy with eye tracking
Yeah.
control.
I wonder how jarring that would be if
Yeah.
like you would have to feel like really tune it in so it's not like you just twitch your eyes a bit and like the whole world shifts around you and you throw up.
Well, if you're twitching, it doesn't need to track where you're looking because if like you're standing still and you twitch your eyes, it doesn't have to move. It's only when you move.
Mm.
It's only when your whole head moves, right? Like it doesn't need to track where you're looking. Right? So it just needs to track your head position.
Right.
Like for parallax, right? Like if you move your eyes, parallax doesn't happen. I mean, okay, it technically does, but at such a small level you can't fucking notice it.
Right.
Just because your eyes don't like rotate properly on. I want to say they're sensor, but that's actually I guess that kind of works. Anyways. Yeah, I think it would be the kitchen or it would be like a fancy tech room with like monitors coming down from the ceiling type of deal.
Right.
And like lots of lifts so I could like put computers on lifts and then be like, okay, I need to work on it and I can bring it down.
Yeah.
So essentially just be I like the LED wall now. I'm really into that actually. So just LED walls and then like everything is like hung from the ceiling and can go up and down. So when I want like
Yeah.
my a big TV and a couch, it just pulls down from the ceiling type of deal.
That'd be cool.
It'd be fucking sick. Yeah, or if I just want, all my desks, I just pull them down. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Well,
there you go.
all right.
It was Colton's.
I'm just
I'm
throwing
just gonna
around
put a
people.
shit ton of anime on all these walls, just fucking nonstop.
Oh my god.
You
I mean,
do.
that would be like the
God.
vibe. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool. I feel like if I had LED walls, I'd like put I don't know what I would put on it. I could see like having anime playing or like TV shows playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have all
Porn.
your VTubers, one on each wall.
There you go.
Yeah, what
Follow
Twitch
you
stream around
around
each
your
wall?
house.
Would you have the floor done?
Jesus
That might be weird.
Just so you can walk all over
That
your
would be-
favorite
oh, no.
VTuber or something.
Colton.
A walk.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna walk.
Okay.
Crawl like a slug, naked.
Oh my
anyways,
God.
Kari, what's your
No.
first? What's your first? Kari,
What's
Kari,
my other
help.
topic?
Yeah.
Help.
Take us away.
What ecosystem are you guys into? I'm in Apple right now. What are you guys?
You know what? This is
when I say
I was
into, you don't have to be a fan.
both your topics. Like, I got so excited when you brought them up. I feel like me personally, I've kind of gotten to the point where I don't like using any of them. I think I'm kind of into the Google ecosystem, but then I use Firefox and stuff. Like, I think I would be more Google, but I can't use Chrome because every couple years Chrome just stops working. I've tried to use Chrome 3 times, and every now and then, with I think it's like some add-ons or ad blocks or something, Chrome just all of a sudden will get to the point where it's unusable, and then I have to like stop using it for a while. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I can't use Chrome. But I guess I would say like the Apple/Window ecosystem, but I'm not like I use Google Drive. That's like the extent of it. You know what I mean? And I use Gmail. That's kind of it.
Right.
But if I'm but Google,
find
is that
yourself
enough of an
needing to-
ecosystem? I don't think so.
Well, like when I think Google, I think of Android.
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty Android, but then I'm
Android,
also
Google,
on Windows.
yeah.
Like, I don't think I'm in an ecosystem
Well-
because I use a little bit of everything.
Yeah. If I could,
I think the little bit of everything is probably. I still think that counts as Google ecosystem because Windows is kind of partnered with, Android and that stuff. But also, like, at some point there's probably going to be an Android PC coming out, and we already got the Chromebooks coming.
Well, I feel like
I don't know.
compared to Apple's ecosystem, all the other ecosystems
it's definitely
suck
less.
or don't exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
oh,
Yeah.
I hate my PC. I hate PCs. I hate it.
My
headphones.
The integration is
My headphones. My piece on my PC. My headphones just died yesterday during a meeting, and I was like, "Oh shit! I'll just pick up my my old headphones and just like the headphone jack, plug it in." And then like it just wasn't working, and then it was like I plugged it in my headphones, and then the computer asked, it's like, "What are these?" I was like, "They're headphones. They're headphones." What do you mean? What are they?
I think it goes to show that if you're down for one ecosystem and you can use the Apple ecosystem, use Apple.
If I could do all
Their
the
watches are just as good, if not better. Their phones are better. Their laptops are overpriced, but like if you can afford it, they're fine. You know what I mean? And then like if that's your whole ecosystem is your television, like the Apple Play or whatever the fuck they call it. I don't know what they call it.
TV.
Apple TV. If your whole ecosystem is Apple TV, your watch, your phone, and a laptop, if that's all you need, I don't think there's.
if I could have made like
I'm all in on that, baby.
a computer,
I like it.
like a Mac that is as powerful as like my PC for like all the concept arty stuff I'm trying to do, I would 100% do it. But it's like like $20,000.
And it's gonna be shit. And
but even then, there's
there's
still quite a few issues. Like you won't have like good graphics.
Right. Right.
I mean, the new M. I don't want to say good. Like the new M chips are all nice and stuff for that. But
Yeah.
But they also have to
make
use their
sure
own
your
custom
software
drivers
supports
that are
it.
dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be not metal or whatever it's
I
called.
think it is metal.
Apple Silicon supported.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and they use like completely different architecture for their CPUs, which is
Like
such a huge fucking problem.
It's not a problem because they have a nice the Rosetta thing. It's more of a you don't take advantage of it
Yeah, that's what I'm
unless
saying.
they build for it. So it's still faster. Like for example, you can get the normal build of Houdini on it, and it'll just convert to using the traditional architecture or whatever. But then you can get like the Apple Silicon build of Houdini, and it's like 5 times faster.
Right.
But you have to, a lot of things work differently because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
so
a weird
then it doesn't
yeah.
matter. Then it's useless. Like if the whole it's fucking shit. Anyways, Apple sucks. I wish I could use. I think like next time, because like I got a Windows laptop and like I have an Android. I could see myself switching over for all the stuff to Apple
I say you
because
don't have to switch.
No. Hear me out. I don't like interact between my laptop and my PC like ever. You know what I mean? Like I don't. That's not something I ever do.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
there's
Exactly.
no share of, and if there is, it's like a couple photos, or like it's a PDF of my resume. Like there's no interaction. There's like the things I use casually, like when going to bed or just like on the phone on the bus or something, and then like the watch and stuff. Like I don't. Also, like the integration of like a watch, like my Android watch that I have, one is dog shit. Two, it will not talk to my computer under any circumstances. So yeah, there just isn't an ecosystem. As far as I'm concerned, there isn't an ecosystem with Google because you have to use Windows, and then as soon as you have to use two, it's awful.
I guess the computer is a big factor but I guess for some non-techie people,
if all you need is a laptop or like a laptop that you can plug into like a big monitor, or even a tablet.
I'm saying even then a tablet. Like some people,
I don't think you can totally get away. Like if you have to do taxes,
but people do. Think about it. No, they totally do it on their tablets. People are using tablets like it's their PC now.
Some people thought it was a good idea to round up Jewish people and kill them.
Hold on, Calvin.
I'm not saying we're not going to all do that. Okay.
Yeah, not us tech, people who need to use software, but like there's a lot of people when literally the extent of their needs is, does my tablet have a keyboard on it? Well, then I can type Word documents and then I can send emails, and now I can use this tax app. And all these apps are web.
And they just watch TV for entertainment. Yeah, that's fair.
It's like but you could technically, like, I could use my iPod probably for everything I could need, even creatively.
I mean, even your phone, you can just do that. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think those people are stupid.
So then at that point,
they're fucking morons.
At that point, you're sucked in.
Yeah, like imagine if you never needed a computer, right? And if you were always Mac, and then all of a sudden you needed a Windows computer, you would be like, "This is horrible."
Yeah.
That's why I have both. That's why all my day-to-day stuff is all my Mac, like my phone, my.
Well, I was kind of against that because I was like, well, I use my computer for gaming, and I'm always on. All I use my computer for is like games. There doesn't need to be interaction between like a Mac ecosystem and, like I don't need.
And plus, you can get iCloud on Windows. I have that too. This actually works pretty.
Yeah, well. So the occasional thing, if I need to sit and type here or edit or send some file, there's like easy, and also probably iCloud for Windows is probably as good, if not better, than Google Drive for Windows and OneDrive, because both of those suck.
It is not great.
They're so bad.
Google Drive is the worst. No, I've used all three of those. Google Drive is the worst. OneDrive is probably the closest to usable, but the Apple one I would say is still dog shit. It's not great.
Yeah, it's still.
I think it's just something wrong with how Windows handles that stuff or something. I don't know what it is.
The fact that it doesn't like actually sync properly and doesn't do it's
it's the same thing with the iCloud one sometimes. It's like, I don't know if it's just
the fact that I can put a computer in the OneDrive file on my desktop, then it doesn't show up on my laptop I've had it not show up on my laptop for a long time. It should show up within half a second. Even if it's like, we can't actually load this on your laptop yet, it should instantly be there. Instantly.
And that's what iCloud does in the Mac Apple ecosystem, of course, it's whatever. But like, it's like perfectly, there should at least be like a forced sync button. And everybody using GitHub now for cloud storage.
It's awful.
I just don't like the layout of MacBooks, to be honest. Like all the hotkeys and everything.
Yeah.
It's never a fan.
I think that's just whatever you're used to. Like, you used it a lot.
I use my Mac for the past 2 years a lot, and I still hate the Windows, how you move stuff around.
I don't get like where all your your files and documents are, and like.
It's the exact same. What are you talking about?
Just in your Finder.
And the Finder thing, I don't get it. I don't get it.
The thing with Mac, Kolton, is you have to just be kind of stupid. Hear me out. Wait for it. As in, you have to be like, oh, your folder in this file. But you don't know where that file exists in the operating system because it doesn't tell you.
It does.
Windows is like, here's... Fuck off, Kate. It doesn't. Here is the exact path. Where Mac is like, no, this is your documents folder. Wink, wink. It's definitely right under the D drive or the C drive or whatever. It doesn't do that shit. And it's also not fucking there on Mac. It like kind of just tells you, oh, it's nice and simple, and it hides all the shit. Where Windows is like, you want to open up app data and try and do all your photos in there? Sure, bitch, go for it. We'll let you do that. You know what I mean? Fuck off, Kate. Shut the hell up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, but it's not the real path. Anyways. I don't want to.
Oh boy.
But no, I'm saying that's a good thing, Cade, for the record. Is like, if you were to learn on Mac, Mac's way better than learning on Windows, because learning on Windows is like, oh, I have 2 sticks and I have to get to there. Where Apple's like, you're too stupid to know how to rub 2 sticks together, so here's a fire. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it might not be but that's the fire you get. You don't get to do a different one. Right. You know, so. Anyways.
Apparently relates exactly what you just said. Is that all the Zoomers are having to learn how to do file management when they go to
that was the whole thing. Yeah. Because they're fucking idiots. Yeah. It's so crazy. Except those kids that played Minecraft and they know how to mod Minecraft. Then they know what's
yeah, except for those kids.
Percent app data percent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. There was like a whole problem with like kids didn't know how to save files and like how to do folder structure at all. It was just all in like one thing, and they had to like teach them. Like, what?